Hey, TechKnowStuds. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at a risk register and look at what risk analysis might look like. So let's take a look at this risk register. This is a real basic one, but this gives us a viewpoint in what a risk register looks like and how we can start doing an assessment on something. So for instance, let's say we have risk. I've just put down a few different risks and I just put generic names in here, but maybe this could be better named. Maybe I have the risk of a stolen, unencrypted, hard drive is the risk that we have. And maybe I could even specify the specific asset. I've got these asset IDs, and so maybe I have some way of tracking all my assets, so I track the asset ID of this, and then the risk ID of this. So maybe this is a risk ID. I've just put in risk ID of 1 here. So we've got maybe some sort of risk ID, so I can reference this on other worksheets. All right, I'm going to give it some sort of risk owner here, and now I want to do an assessment on it. This is a drop-down list that I can rate the probability of it, meaning low or extremely low, low, moderate, high, or extremely high, or actually the way I've got these written out, there's a lookup column here. So if in the lookup, the probability is going to be rare, unlikely, possible, likely, and certainty. So I've got these different ratings here, and then the impact. What's the impact going to be? And the impact is going to be negligible, minor, moderate, major, or severe. So I've got these, and then I can select them, and as I change these values, it actually changes the values over here. So maybe this one, the reason why I'm concerned about this is maybe it's on a laptop that has some sensitive data on it and it's unencrypted, and I'm concerned about it being stolen. And so what is the probability? Well, maybe it's in a high risk level area, so I'm going to put 4 on there, and the impact would be pretty devastating, so maybe I put 5. So then this is the risk level there, and this is the factor out of 1, so this is really high. This is kind of crazy. And then it compares, this is a weighting of all of the other risks that we've categorized. So this gives us a good idea of what this risk is compared to everything else. And then I can put this, what are my top concerns? And this is because this is unencrypted and in a public area or whatever the case may be. So there's quite a few things that I mentioned. It's unencrypted in a public area, and so there's a fear of it being stolen. So now what I could do is I will at some point in time want to come up with a solution for that, and we'll talk about that later on. But this just gives you an idea of how we have a risk register that can track the risks that we have, and then also some information on that risk, and then do an evaluation on it to see which one, essentially this weighted one, is going to be what we probably are going to want to tackle first and fix first.